Yoo-hoo! Hello, 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 yappers! This is Oliva, and Nadile, back again with another episode of Karinder Yap! Where food is not solved, but instead served with conversations filled with realizations. So what are we waiting for? Let's turn on the stove and heat up the pan, because we are about to cook, serve, and eat. This podcast and leave your plate with no crumbs. So what do we have here? Our cuisine type for today's menu is friendship, loyalty, and change.
I can smell reminisce.
Reminisce. LDR, or should I say LDF, in short for long distance friendship, over.
So what are we waiting for? Let's start cooking. Can a friendship withstand a long distance drift apart from each other?
To help us serve the answers to our question, let us welcome our three guests for today.
Welcome to Karinder Yap, Janelle, Rhea, and Mark. I hope that you guys enjoy, learn, and be solved with our yaps today.
Oh, well. Talking about learning, I know we all love reading, and with that being said, our dish for today is literature. Serve it with excitement, Chef Jaylene.
You're right, Chef Glenn. Let's not delay, or it will burn. Our special recipe for today is after 20 years.
It looks like many of our guests will relate to today's dish, huh? Maybe some of you have read the whole story already.
Well, we all did. We're confident we ace the questions because we review.
Oh, I love the confidence, Mark, huh? Because of that, can you give us some background info on the story? You know, making sure the ingredients are right before cooking.
My pleasure. So basically, After 20 Years is a short story written by O. Henry, also known as William Sidney Porter, and published as a part of his anthology, The 4 Million, in 1906.
Wow, he memorized this answer, huh?
Coming right up, Chef, the story got me hooked when I first read it. Not just because of the twist, but the message itself. The whole story revolves around friendship, trusting, and not forgetting someone you haven't seen in years.
Ah, that's so true. But how did you say the story revolves around those key points? Last but not the least, please give us an answer, Janelle.
Thank you for the grand entrance, Chef. Okay, so here's the exciting part. Even though we're just starting, there are two children friends, there's Jimmy and there's Bob, who basically grow up together. Until one day when Bob went to West, while Jimmy stayed in New York. They agreed to meet at Big Joey Brady's restaurant after 20 years, but suddenly it closed 5 years later, and something else was built there. Fast forward to the present. Bob's waiting at their meeting spot, and a cop noticed him, they chit-chat, and Bob explained why he's waiting there at 10 p.m. The cop accepts his story and leaves. Soon, a tall man in a coat arrives. Bob thought that it was Jimmy. However, it ended up as an undercover officer who arrests him. Bob's wanted in Chicago as Silky Bob. He only found out that the cop was Jimmy when he read the notes saying he waited for him but recognized him as a wanted man and couldn't arrest him, so he sent the undercover cop.
The details in the answer are amazing. It's like a Miss Universe answer. But Jimmy's honesty in doing his job, even if it means arresting his friend, is impressive.
So true, Chef. No matter how close they were, the law is above everything.
Big thumbs up to both of you, Chef Glenn and Mark. We know it's hard to have a friend who won't forget you, even after 20 years, but it's harder to ignore someone's wrongdoing.
So, let's move on to the next step and make our dish even better. Let's go.
And what ingredient is that? Okay, clue. This ingredient will surely make the story remembered.
Oh, I think I know this one. Is it the lesson or the message of the story?
Exactly, Rhea. It's the message of the story. Speaking of message, what do you think the message of the story is, Janelle?
Based on the story, the message is about how the law is more preeminent than friendship, and how anyone cannot go against even if your friendship is the one at stake.
That's right. That's why Jimmy still chooses to get Job arrested even if meant to get their friendship ruined.
Give everyone a round of applause because we've had a lot of realization from our consecutive yaps.
Right, Chef Jaylene. We've done a lot of yaps, but I want to add more seasoning so we don't leave anything tasteless.
Oh, I like what you're planning, Chef Glenn. So what are we waiting for? Welcome to our tack. Each tack of salt or sugar balances the flavor, just like how our customer or guest will answer the question.
The questions are simple, but the answers should be like an essay. We just want to hear your answers from your heart because that's what makes food delicious, when it's made with love.
We have proven that, so tack. Customer number 1, Rhea. Answer the magical question. Have you ever reconnected with a friend after a long time? How did it feel? Did anything surprise you?
I've only been chosen first once, and it's like this. Just kidding. Of course, my answer is yes. Reuniting with a friend after a long period of time can be quite exciting. Actually, there's certain satisfaction in remembering the memories that we once shared. The surprise may be in finding certain things that may have changed in their interests or attitudes, yet we're still being able to laugh and talk as if nothing has happened.
Wow, it's obvious you're used to being the first pick because your answer is thoughtful. Moving on to customer number 2, Janelle. The magical question for you is, can a friendship survive big changes in life like moving away or changing jobs? What about you share us an experience?
Okay, and the second option, and choice again. Joke. Okay, here it goes. I know the strong friendship can survive big life changes, like moving away or changing jobs. Even both people make an effort to stay connected. Distant and busy schedules may be challenging, but communication and genuine care help keep the friendship strong. My friend had to move to province, so we could no longer see each other often. Even so, we stayed connected by chatting and checking on each other's online. Although distance separated us, our friendship survives because we continue to communicate and care for each other.
What a great answer, and she's ready to share her experience. Now for the last tack tack tack, customer 3, Mark. Since you have no choice, your question is, how do you handle situations where loyalty and doing the right thing conflict?
Ouch, that part hurts. Last ocean with no choice on the questions. Are you guys really treating me like this? I let her look alike Alder Richards. But okay, since I'm loyal, I answer. Based on my personal experiences, when loyalty and doing the right thing conflict. For me, the proper response is to prioritize what is morally and legally right, even if painful, because true loyalty does not mean tolerating wrongdoing. Instead, it means acting with integrity and responsibility. Although personal bonds are important, choosing what is the right show respect for justice and for the values that keep order and trust in the community. Doing the right thing may hurt in the moment, but it ultimately reflects strong character and true honor.
Okay, Sir Alvin Richard, but huggy version. Thanks for the answer. That's perfect. I'll put that into my portfolio because that's a 10 out of 10. I love how you immediately thought of being loyal when you heard the word loyalty.
Tap tap tap! Since tack 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 is over, let's continue the chismisan off-cam so we don't leave anything hanging. Don't worry, our customer who are listening will be back for another episode of Karinder Yap.
Where food is not solved, but instead served with conversations filled with realizations. This is Glenn,
Signing off.